Well, hey everyone, it's Marcus, and welcome to more chatting in my jungle room. Totally thrilled today. I am speaking to Claire and Dave Graney. How are you both?
Oh, good,
Okay.
thanks. How are you?
I'm good,
Not
thank
bad.
you.
Thank you, Marcus. Yeah. Claire Moore.
Okay, well,
Claire Moore, Dave Graney, of course, the Coral Snakes. I'm really excited because the Soft and Sexy Sound 2025 Australian National Tour has just been announced. And I'm just going to put you both out there right now and just let you know that you're going to be extremely exhausted by the end of it because it's a massive run. Whew.
it is rather. It does look like a massive run on paper, and I'm
Hmm.
sure in reality as well.
Go your hardest, Marcus.
Um, Keep caffeinated, you'll be fine.
Well, yes, indeed.
So the tour kicks off on Friday, the 3rd of October in Sydney. It does all the other dates. Some of them are actually back to back, so not much travel time there for you. Um, and we hit Adelaide, which is where I'm from, at the Gov, the iconic the Gov. You've played there before, I know that. On Friday, November the 21st, and I will be there. I will get along. And then, of course, wrapping up the entire tour, Sunday, November the 30th in Longley at the Longley Hotel. Brilliant. And then you
Nice.
can rest. Then you can rest. Um,
That's
First of all, what can we expect from the tour? I mean, obviously, let me just say 1995, the gold selling album, The Soft and Sexy Sounds came out, celebrating 30 years. Congratulations. What can we expect from the tour?
The album, yeah, came out 30 years ago on CD, compact disc, and we reunited with our band, the Coral Snakes, in 2023 to do an 18-date tour of Australia for an album called Night of the Wolverine, which we really enjoyed doing. It was great and sold out 18 shows. It was great getting back with our band. And on that tour, we did the album in one set and then another set of songs from outside that album. And that's what we're going to do with this one. This one was more of a studio production, had a lot of strings and exotic instruments, more to do with Claire's input on a vibraphone and just exotic textures and vocals and that
lots of
to,
strings and
yeah,
yeah.
take it out of a kind of a rock band sound into making a record. So we're going to try and recreate all of that. That's going to be quite exciting for us because we never got to do that. When the album came out, we were like industrial rock touring machine, and you couldn't do the particular, you know, things that made it special. You had to hone it down to a rock show. But so we're going to do, yeah, this album in a set, and then we'll actually do a rock show after that. Yeah.
Are you re-releasing the album on vinyl?
No,
No, not
no,
yet.
no. We've only done one vinyl release
Yeah.
since the dawn of the new age of vinyl. We
Yeah.
generally first CDs actually.
We did that with the last tour, actually, Marcus. And
Yeah.
when CDs came in and vinyl went out in the 90s, we found that everybody just decided to put an hour's worth of music because you could on a CD and it all would all sound brilliant and wonderful. But then if you're putting that back onto vinyl, you've got to do double albums. And it's sort of like you can't fit it on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this would be the same problem.
A vinyl album can only take 40 minutes of
Yeah.
music, like 8 songs,
Well, if you want it to sound good,
Mm, yeah.
so yeah, it's a real tricky one, that one.
So obviously, I mean, you guys kicked off 1987, essentially when you first started being creative in the industry. And it's changed radically, but in your estimation, how has the music industry changed, up to now that has affected and changed the platform?
Oh God, well, in a lot of the ways we were speaking about, then actually Dave and I've been playing in bands together since a decade before that, like so 1979.
Not 78, 79, yeah.
Yeah, we started playing in bands together. So
You
yeah,
must have
it's
been like
changed
three or
immensely.
four, clearly.
Mm, yeah, that's thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we started we met in Adelaide, and
Yeah.
back then we were both from South Australia. I'm from Adelaide,
Yeah,
and yeah, we were always very industrious ourselves. So we made our own sort of single back then, didn't we? We did a lot of stuff ourselves. We worked out how to do tours and things ourselves, which was kind of not many other people were doing that kind of thing so much. It seems to be the further along you go, the more that you have to do yourself in music. And I think we started off on a good footing in that regard. We sort of know how to do most
There
things.
used to be more people involved in making music, and
Mm.
there were many more record shops, for instance. There was one in every suburb.
yeah,
There were, you know, Adelaide had two newspapers, two daily newspapers putting out two issues a day.
exactly.
Every city in Australia had a theatre critic
Yep,
just talking about theatre.
yep.
And I think we were sometime in the 2000s, we were coming to Adelaide, and we were trying to get some PR in Adelaide. And Clare spoke to a fellow who was a theatre critic for the in Adelaide newspaper, the news
The
or
advertiser.
advertiser. And yeah, it was his like last week at work, and he was really he kept Claire on the phone for a while. So yeah, this is fucked. Yeah, I'm out of a job. It's all gone on a handbasket.
I,
It's
I
like he was drinking whiskey out of a bottle in his desk.
I don't really know why all of a sudden we didn't need
Yeah,
critics or reviewers, anymore. It's so strange, wasn't it? So things like that have happened, which have been odd.
it was more
And
people orientated.
yeah,
Yeah,
and more obvious things like there was a gig guide in the paper, and you go and buy the paper, and you've got a piece of paper. It's got everybody who's here, who's coming, everyone who's coming here from overseas, every kind of music. That sort of thing is hard to access now online, I find,
Yep.
but that sort of thing, yeah, stuff like that, and also just the fact that it was expensive, say, to recording, you had to have everything ready to go before you went into the studio because it cost $1,000 a day. It was just so expensive, stuff like that. Whereas, these days, so there's sort of ups and downs, aren't there?
there were funny things like they have charts. They have charts of top 10 or top 40 or whatever. People think it existed forever, but it didn't. But in Australia, like in the UK, it was made up of record shops, and it was a secret list of record shops in little suburban areas, and all the record companies knew, and they would take you there to say hello to the people. And people think that's corrupt or something, but it's not. It was like they're interested. All these people were working together, and it worked in ways like, say EMI or whatever would say, here's 100 Pink Floyd albums because it's always in print.
Yep.
Mark them down as this new act when you sell them. That sounds wrong, but it's to me it's right. They're all just interested in making something happen.
Back in the early days, Claire and Dave, uh, who was inspiring you musically? Who were you listening to?
Oh, well, we were very much inspired by the punk rock stuff that happened in the late 70s. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was such a big change. I mean, we did really like some of the music from the early 70s and still do. But when punk rock happened, it really did send out a message to everybody that you just could do it yourself. You didn't have to necessarily have a million chops to be able to get on stage and play something, and that was lucky because we didn't. We- but
Wow,
it was
Dave was mortified. Dave was shocked by
I
that.
know it's my phone dinging. No, we were horrible. We were horrible for about a decade there, but
but we were part of a scene where everybody was horrible, like the Adelaide punk rock scene. Everyone was pretty horrible, but we all went to see each other play, and we all, we had a great time.
Mm.
It was fantastic. And then bands would come over from Melbourne, like, the Boys Next Door, and everyone would go, "Oh, I want to be like that." And
Mm.
so you would then try and get better and go over to when I came over to Melbourne to live and be part of that scene. It made you, you were aspiring to something better.
But we were rock music culture people, like, educated by music, music on TV and radio and rock music magazines and all that stuff. And I know Claire went to see tons of bands playing in Adelaide, and
Oh, everyone went to Adelaide then, didn't they?
like
Yeah.
Lou Reed toured Australia. He was
Wow.
like the main guy, main weirdo that would tour
Yeah, he
Australia.
came
Yeah.
probably 4 times in the 70s. Like, yeah, I saw him 3 of those times. And, people like Tom Waits and stuff. But Queen came and, oh,
We
Frank Zappa. And
we have a picture of Claire going to see the Rolling Stones in the 70s. And it's like the picture is Claire's on the way to a gig and she's kind of in her St. Aloysius College girl outfit. And there's a picture on the way home and she's got her collar is out here and she's
it's
smoking a fag and looking around.
It sounds very Chrissy Amphlett. I'm just going to call it.
Oh, right,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah,
She got her look from you, darling.
the
yeah.
school uniform. Interesting that the Angus and Angus was wearing a school uniform too, wasn't it? They were very much in the rage at the time.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, so producing music or performing music, and now this question may be even, but is there a preference that you've got? Where do you get the biggest joys, producing or performing?
I really like performing, I think, because it's
Oh,
it puts you on the spot. You have to really think about what you're doing, focus and rehearse, and then it's fantastic just to play in front of people. I really like it.
yep.
Yeah. What
And
about
Dave?
you?
Like both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them they're kind of like solving problems, writing a song and then trying to capture it right. What's the tempo? What's the instruments? And trying to get it quickly or working on it over a period of time and finding some part of it that's good and cutting it up. And playing music live is, always chaotic. You don't know what the audience wants, who they think you are. You can drive yourself mad thinking about that. Like, what do they want? What songs do I have to play? How do they know me? What is it, a Friday or a Saturday night? What it's going to be like? What
Saturdays are worse.
is it, afternoon or is it nighttime? People behave differently, and
Yeah.
then you have the equipment. Sometimes we play just together with quite a few instruments, but people want to hear a rock band, and you have to explain. Oh, sorry, it's not going to sound like that. We're doing something different because we've been playing music for 40 years and we've had about 40 albums out. So, but this album, this tour, the Soft and Sexy Sound, we're playing the album and people are going to get it from top to bottom.
I can't even wait. I'm so looking forward to it. Adelaide is going to go off. Um, hey, so one last question for you is, producing music now, where do you get your inspiration from? What drives you these days? Has it changed?
We go out and see a lot of music, and we're involved with a lot of people. Claire plays in another band, the Routines, um, which is all a female trio. We played with our friend Twinkle Digits recently. I think you'd like Twinkle Digits actually, Mark. You look up Twinkle Digits on
Oh, yeah.
YouTube.
Uh-huh.
You love Twinkle
Oh my
Digits.
God, I'm keen.
Twinkle Digits has similar hairdo to yours, but it's black. And anyway, he did a show. It was his album. He put so much work into it, and it was chaos but brilliant. Playing several instruments at the same time with about three microphones, and his clothes were lighting up, and he has glasses that have have letters and words running across his sunglasses
I,
during the show. It was just,
Pretty good.
it was so
It
exciting,
was
wasn't
exciting. And then the guitar comes out.
it?
I love it.
There was another band on the bill who a couple of them come from Adelaide. They're in an Adelaide band called Chops. What are they called? Concerned Homeowners of Prospect. They're kind of a punk band.
Yeah.
But his main band is Keo Rose's Flying Circus, and they were just
They're
they're
amazing.
like very early 20s, and they're like an explosion.
I like it.
So that was just a fantastic night to be
It was
part
a
of. It
great
was,
night,
yeah, it
yeah. A
was
lot of camaraderie and just and sort of people of all ages on stage. Like
it
it was
was
pretty amazing.
absolute freezing cold venue. It was like being in an igloo. It was so cold. People were performing with puffer jackets on, and
Oh
the audience were freezing, and
my
it
God.
was crazy, but it was so good. The audience
Yeah,
was just so into it. A small venue, like so yeah, we absolutely love that. So
yeah,
that kind of thing is inspiring when you see
absolutely.
and or are part of or know people or feel a part of something that is so exciting and I don't know.
Yeah, people who get their own gigs together and
Yeah.
really have a happening and you really have a fantastic, joyful time. That's the best. That's
Hmm.
great.
I get you. Speaking of cold, I don't know what it's like at your home at the moment, but Adelaide in the morning is freezing.
Hmm.
Um,
I
thank God.
heard like minus
Oh,
four.
it's crazy. It's
How do
crazy.
you how do you keep your jungle happening?
Um, I my home, yeah, it comes with a bit of high maintenance, but you know what? So does my hair. I'm used to
Yeah,
it.
I
Hey,
bet.
I said one last question before, but I've got literally one more question for you. Clare Moore, Dave Graney. When you get
Hmm.
to Adelaide, obviously your ex-hometown, what are you looking forward to doing when you come back off the plane?
Oh,
Well, we always drive.
Oh, okay, what are you going to do when you get out the car?
You know, have you ever flown into Adelaide or flown out of it?
Yes.
The security in Adelaide Airport is too diligent.
It's bonkers.
Yeah,
It's like, settle down.
it puts you in a bad mood,
Yeah.
before you go. So we avoid airports mainly because of Adelaide security. They're they're like they should be working in a jail, you know.
Yeah.
when I was going to Adelaide, I always hit the market, Central
Yes.
Market's really great.
Awesome.
And I was there recently and someone took me to Africola.
Oh,
That was amazing.
I know, right?
Oh
Absolutely
my God.
incredible.
Fantastic. There's always really great things going on in Adelaide. The Chihuly thing in the, Botanic Gardens, or, everything's so accessible
Yep.
and it's amazing. Yeah, it's really a great town.
we have to go to that clothes shop,
Puppy. Oh,
Ah,
good.
Puppy
Yeah.
Vintage.
I will
Yeah.
meet you there. I will meet you
And
there.
before we get to Adelaide to acclimatize ourselves, after a drive across the little desert, we have to stop for a ice cream at Tailem Bend, and we get a Golden North.
Ah,
I prefer just the vanilla, but Claire likes the
What are you,
honey.
twins something?
Yeah,
Twins.
twins, Golden North,
Giant
giant
twins.
twins. Yeah.
they
Honey.
are going to love that. They've actually just had some, major press going on yesterday. They did a major announcement.
Don't
Google
tell me
Golden
they're
North
closing.
News. No, 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 no. They're doing a bit of a move. Google Golden North. Shout out to Golden North people. Uh,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, Claire Moore, Dave Graney. The tour is called the Soft and Sexy Sound 2025 Australian National Tour. It kicks off October the 3rd. It finishes November the 30th. In amongst all of that, there's Adelaide and everywhere else. I cannot wait to catch up with you with the Golden North in hand for you both when you get to Adelaide.
Excellent.
All right?
Thank you.
I'll see you
Yeah.
with the gov.
Okay.
See
See
you,
ya.
Guys.
man.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.